Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. It's your host, Rising Oblivion. Today guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about some of my predictions here regarding the Persona 25th anniversary announcements that are happening in February and how that might affect stuff in March, specifically focusing more on Persona 4 Golden. And I know I said I wouldn't talk about this topic, but I feel like it should be addressed, and I haven't really spoke exactly about this in its entirety and what I think is going to be happening when it comes to stuff like Persona 4 Golden. As we know, guys, obviously you should take this with a grain of salt. We should focus more on what Atlus says officially, but these are just sort of predictions and sort of analysis as to what we might potentially see. It is not technically too late for us to get Persona 4 Golden onto all the other stuff as well. But I just wanted to say sorry for the lack of content and the lack of streams. If you're at my last stream, my last Ding on Rampa stream, you guys know I was sounding very strange because I was super sick. And I am still very, very sick as of late. I'm super tired, super nauseous. Just having a hard time really doing a whole lot of stuff with a lot of energy. Every once in a while I'll get a good boost of energy, which is why I'm making this currently right now, because I'm feeling just a little bit better, enough to sort of get this done. I'm feeling a little bit better overall, but I have some sort of fatigue issues and some brain fog and stuff like that. And turns out my brother did a test for a certain thing, and he had it, so just for YouTube's sake, I'm not going to say it exactly, but more than likely I had it too because of all of the exact same symptoms I had, he had exactly, so more than likely I also had it as well, but I'm probably on the other side of getting better, but the long-term effects might be a little bit crazier than expected. But let's jump on over to what I'm talking about here. So as we know, we are getting the Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is coming to the Switch, PS4, and PC, which a lot of people are sort of upset about this because Persona 4 Golden is on PC. You can actually get a bundle of both of the games together on PC. March 17th, of course, when the Arena Ultimax is going to be, brought around to everything. But that sort of leaves out the Switch players and the PS4 players, which is where a lot of people are pretty mad about this. Now, I personally am not a person who is caring a whole lot about Persona 4 Golden not coming to PS4 and Switch and stuff like that, because I really didn't have a problem playing it on PC, but I know a lot of people on console want to have a little bit of an ease of access. Not everybody has a PC that can run games decently. I mean, it doesn't take a lot to really run the game, but nobody's going out there and buying a new PC to just run Persona 4 Golden. I mean, maybe you are, I don't know. But the Steam Deck might also be able to sort of run that as well, so you kind of have it on a handheld. But I think the real focus here is that a lot of people have a PS4 and a lot of people have a Switch currently right now, so a lot of people are asking, why the heck doesn't Atlus have Persona 4 Golden coming to also Switch and PS4? Especially considering that they have Arena Ultimax. They already brought Persona 4 Golden to PC. They know how well it does, yada yada yada. Typical, Atlus stuff here. And when it comes to Atlus West, they also don't have a lot of say in this. So it's specifically more or less just Atlus and sort of Sega in terms of what they're doing with it, with those assets, and whether or not they're willing to actually push Persona 4 Golden on over to other things. But the thing is here, guys, we still have a 25th anniversary announcement for February, which January is a pretty dry month here, so for all months of me to have been sick and not really have a lot to do, January was actually a pretty good month for this to actually happen in, because this is a very dry month. As if January isn't already dry just to begin with when it comes to content and just YouTube in general, but we don't have anything happening when it comes to Meg 10 or Atlus at all really happening this month. But next month, in February, we do have another Persona 25th anniversary announcement. And if you guys know, in March is whenever we have the Arena Ultimax coming to all of the different things, Switch, PS4, and PC. So it still has some time for us to potentially have an announcement of Persona 4 Golden happening in February. I'm not sure how far-fetched this is, whether or not this is something that has any leaks or anything else like this at all. I don't believe there's anything like that. I don't think there's even a hint or an inkling other than that weird little glitch that would happen for the Midnight Collection, which was the Persona 4 and Persona 4 Golden, or Persona 4 Golden and Persona 4 Arena bundled together. People were glitching it out and finding a way to say that it was for PS4, but no actual things that shown just the standalone game potentially coming to Switch or PS4 from what we can tell. So in February we do have a new announcement, so we do have some potential to actually see Persona 4 Golden be announced there. And what they might actually do is allow you to get it in March, which I think in some ways kind of does make sense. You know, hype up even more what's happening in March by having Persona 4 also released there, and what we might end up seeing is potentially other stuff later than after that announcement. So there is potential for Persona 4 Golden to be announced in February, and then Persona 4 Golden and Arena to be happening in March, maybe on the same day, on that 17th or whatever, considering there is a collection for it, and they can bring some more hype around it as well, with just Persona 4 in general in March, and then they can move on to other things after that. We have until August of this year for the 25th anniversary to be done, so there has to be a couple announcements at least, either early fall or, you know, in the summer. So more than likely we'll be seeing some stuff in the summer as well. So we could be seeing stuff for like Persona 3 for instance there, or other potential spin-offs or ports and things like that there. More than likely we're going to have some merch dumps and some concerts and probably some other things like that we are to come to expect at this point. It seems like Atlus considers having a whole merch hall thing be a big project event, but for us, it doesn't really mean a whole lot. At least for me, I don't really care a whole lot for the merch. I really am sort of eyeing the games. I'm not one to try and hoard a lot of this stuff anymore. I just collect games nowadays. I used to collect pops and certain other things of merch. Every once in a while there is one piece of merch that like super catches my eye and I just have to have it, but recently, at least as I've grown up and gotten older, a lot of those collectible things I find just sit on the shelf and really don't do a whole lot for me. At least when it comes to Atlus stuff, a lot of times those things do go up in value, so if you are thinking of it as some sort of investment, I guess you could do that, but I don't really sell a lot of my stuff. I have a lot of older games I like to keep, so we more than likely are going to have some announcements either in the summer or early fall that probably aren't going to be super great. They might not be, you know, heavy hitting stuff like that, but we could potentially have a few of those where it's just some merch stuff or just some other random things, like I said, like concerts or like a cafe event or some crossovers with some other games. That could potentially be something that we see, but let's hope and have fingers crossed that we see something like P3 potentially having a port or remake. To be honest, I think P3 needs more love here than Persona 4, at least with Persona 4 Golden. Persona 4 Golden is pretty much its peak. It's about as good as you can get when it comes to Persona 4, but when it comes to Persona 3, you have the FES version and you also have the, you know, the one that's on the PlayStation Portable. So you kind of have to pick and choose between two very different versions, where I feel like if anything, P3 really needs a version that's a lot better, that has better battle mechanics, at least in terms of being able to control your party, having the cutscenes that can sort of morph these together in some way, give you the choice to use the female main character or not if you wanted to, would be great. Persona 4 Golden, I think, just needs the obvious maybe port to Switch or PS4, something like that. P3, I think, is the one that really, if anything, is the actual one that needs a sort of rehaul, a rehash, remake, whatever the fuck you want to call it nowadays when it comes with video games. That's the thing that actually needs that. If anything, that's the thing that deserves a port and stuff like that. Sure, it'd be nice to have it on Switch or PS4. I'm not going to play it because I have it on PC. There's no reason for me to do that. But I understand for the console people. I understand, I get you. Don't come at me, but P3, if anything, I feel like is the one that needs support. You have to either play it on PS3 through the, backwards compatibility stuff, or downloading it from the PlayStation Store, or get it on PS2, or just emulate it on PC somehow, which I don't really, full-on support that, but I kind of don't blame you if you do it, sort of deal. So I kind of get it. If anything, I think P3 is the thing we should be talking about more here with the 25th anniversary. That's what I want more. I'm not too upset about the P4 thing, but that's sort of my look on it. I do think there's still potential. There is an inkling of hope there for the people who want P4 on those other consoles and whatnot. I do think there's a potential there in February for that to be announced for something to also happen in March, whereas I think something P3 related is going to happen in the summer. I still think they have something there for P3, whether it's a port or something like that, or remaster, remake, whatever the hell you want to call it. I think there's an inkling there. If anything, I think they're going to try and get this P4 stuff out of the way, then P3, and then potentially at the end, talk about new titles or new spin-offs and stuff. Let's just hope and have our fingers crossed that is something that happens. I think we will have something significant with P3, 4, and 5 by the end of this 25th anniversary. I do think we'll have something. If not, we'll have most of the things playable, or to some degree have some sort of spin-off or thing like that where they're all together or something like that. I feel like we potentially will have something like that in the future, at least with the 25th anniversary. If there's no time to do it then during the anniversary, there's really no time to do it at all. So I sort of see that as like a be-all end-all sort of thing. If it doesn't make it at 25th anniversary, I think there's no reason for us to really try and have our fingers crossed they'll do something with these IPs in the future. But I think that's good for this video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe for more content, and click the bell to be notified whenever I go live again. Hopefully we'll start being able to stream a little bit more as I start to feel better. Hopefully within this week I'll be able to do some more streams and stuff like that. But thank you guys for sticking with me during all this. I appreciate it so much. All the people in the Discord, thank you so much. Thank you so much to all my members and everything. I appreciate it so much, guys. But until next time, I'll see you later.